Students, we will continue with poetry, and now we come to the poem written by William Wordsworth. The name of the poem is She Was a Phantom Delight. We will start with the introduction of William Wordsworth, and you might be familiar with William Wordsworth. He is the most prominent among the romantic poets of English literature, and he is titled as the High Priest of Nature. He was an ardent admirer of nature, whom he considered as his friend, philosopher, and guide. William Wordsworth was a major English romantic poet. Wordsworth was born in Cockermouth, Cumbria, England. He was the son of an attorney. He went to school first at Penrith and then at Hawkshead Grammar School, where his love of poetry was finally and firmly established, and it is believed he made his first attempts at verse. While he was at Hawkshead, Wordsworth's father died, leaving him and his siblings orphans. His mother, on the other hand, died when he was 8. So we consider that William Wordsworth had a troubled childhood. This poem, which is titled as She Was a Phantom of Delight, is about Wordsworth's own wife, and her name was Mary. William likely first met Mary when she was but young at dame school at Penrith. It seems, however, that childhood friendship was more between Dorothy and Mary. Dorothy was Wordsworth's sister, a friendship that was to continue throughout their lives as has been during their adulthood. Mary and Dorothy were to pay regular visits with one another, and because of the distances and the difficulty of traveling in those days, these visits would last for weeks on end. When Dorothy and William took up living with one another, these long visits continued, with Mary spending considerable periods of time with both William and Dorothy. Beginning in 1795 at Racedown, and then after that at Dove Cottage at Grasmere. In 1802, likely inspired by the delightful Coleridge children that now lived nearby, William and Mary married. Thereafter, brother, husband, sister, and wife lived together, first at Dove Cottage, and then at Ellenbank, and then for the balance of their years at Rydal Mount. This arrangement worked wonderfully for all three of them. Earlier, we set forth De Quincey's description of Dove Cottage. Just after giving such a description, he was to move along to then describe how was to meet two ladies in the cottage. One, a tallish young woman with the most winning expression of benignity upon her features, so frank in air, and as De Quincey was to observe the native goodness of her manner. De Quincey is here describing Wordsworth's wife Mary. She was neither handsome nor even comely, nay, generally very plain. Wordsworth's biographer, Burra, writes Mary served him, protected him, urged him to write his poetry, and attended his labor through nearly 50 years of their lives, writing his letters, copying his poems, nursing Dorothy, keeping the house. She served him with absolute devotion, yet lost nothing of her own character, and gave him equally the wit and the criticism, which was almost as useful as her love. And now we move on to the poem. She was a phantom of delight. William Wordsworth describes his wife and his reflection on her. The three stanzas in the poem depict the 3 points in their developing relationship: when they first met, as they begin to know each other, and after they were married. When he sees her for the first time, Wordsworth thinks she is lovely. Her eyes are as beautiful as the star in the evening, and her hair is as dark as the night. Her shape is like that of a graceful dancer, and her attractive image is in the mind of the poet, which sometimes make him surprised and frightened. As Wordsworth gets in close contact with her, he realizes that she is like a spirit that inspires him. After their marriage, the poet finds her to be a good housewife. She works hard and does household work. She is not excessively bright nor good. She is an ordinary woman, but she is capable of guiding the poet. There are three stanzas in this poem. Each stanza has 10 lines, and its rhyming scheme is A A B B C C D D E E. The rhyming scheme unifies the poem and emphasizes the beauty of the woman. The poet also uses similes and metaphor to describe his lover clearly. A phantom of delight, a lovely apparition, the machine, a traveler between life and death are examples of metaphor, and her eyes as stars of twilight fair, like twilights to her dusky hair, is an example of simile. Wordsworth utilizes similes and metaphors throughout the poem to show unreachable qualities of his wife. By observing woman's eternal beauty, Wordsworth successfully conveys his discovery of what makes his wife truly beautiful. Beginning with a distant view that offers an illusion, he closes up to a more realistic and spiritual appreciation of his wife. The poem is unique in the way it depicts a woman with the poet's changing perspective. In the first line, the poet describes his lover as a phantom, which is an illusion. The first stanza highlights her mysteries, quality, and then poet's perspective about the woman changes as he gets closer view of her. As he sees her in his mature eyes, she becomes a real woman with endurance, foresight, strength, and skill. William Wordsworth uses similes and metaphors to describe the phantom. The poem is definitely about his wife, Mary. William Wordsworth liked this poem too much. He said, its almost universal appeal of this poem is perhaps best explained. He himself explains in his own words on the role for him of poetry, what he called the most philosophical of all writing, whose subject is truth carried alive into the heart by passion. So, we conclude this poem and we will continue discussing the poetry in the next video. Thanks for watching.